CIA, FBI, Area 51. What do the files hide? For decades, the mere mention of Area 51 has conjured whispers of government secrets, hidden technologies, and encounters that defy explanation. Officially, it is nothing more than a military testing facility, a classified airbase buried in the Nevada desert. But what if that's only a fraction of the truth? What if behind the layers of secrecy, behind the redacted documents and the silent corridors of the CIA and FBI, there lies something far more extraordinary? Something that, if revealed, could shatter everything we know about the world. Every few years, declassified files emerge, offering a glimpse into the unknown. A pilot's mysterious disappearance, a strange craft moving at impossible speeds, an intercepted transmission in no known language. The reports come in waves, and yet they never provide answers. Only more questions. The very nature of these leaks seems designed to mislead, to distract, to keep the real truth buried. But buried beneath what? A highly advanced aircraft program, a Cold War-era experiment, or something far older, something not of this earth? Some believe the CIA orchestrates a perfect loop of disinformation, allowing just enough speculation to keep the masses entertained while ensuring no one ever gets too close to the truth. The FBI, meanwhile, has its own vault of hidden files, records of unexplainable events, classified sightings, and surveillance operations on individuals who came too close to exposing what lies within Area 51. But there is one undeniable fact. Both agencies are watching. If the truth is as mundane as they claim, why invest so much effort in secrecy? History is riddled with strange disappearances linked to government secrecy. In 1952, CIA pilots vanished while testing unknown technology. In 1980, two men in a remote location near the base claimed they were followed for weeks after witnessing something they should not have seen. In 2013, a former intelligence officer claimed he had seen biological entities stored within the facility. But before he could reveal more, he disappeared from public view. Coincidence? Or part of a larger, well-orchestrated game? There are whispers among former intelligence operatives, whispers of Project Seraphim, a name that appears sporadically in leaked documents and quickly disappears from records. A project so deeply buried in classified levels that even mentioning it within intelligence circles results in immediate denial. Is it merely another ghost story in the government's long history of psychological manipulation? Or is it the key to unlocking the real purpose of Area 51? Satellite images have captured anomalies, structures that appear and vanish overnight, strange heat signatures in areas marked as uninhabited, and aircraft with no known propulsion system. Eyewitnesses have described lights in the desert moving in ways that defy physics, and then there are the infamous black helicopters said to monitor anyone who strays too close. Why invest billions in securing a base that supposedly houses nothing more than old military aircraft? Perhaps the biggest mystery isn't just what is inside Area 51, but why so many high-ranking officials have hinted at its importance. From former presidents to top Pentagon advisors, the responses are always cryptic, half-truths, nervous laughter, or carefully rehearsed lines. Nothing to see here, they say, but their eyes betray them, as if they too have seen something they cannot unsee, something that, if revealed, could alter everything. Could it be that the CIA and FBI aren't just hiding technology, but an entire timeline of events, a history we were never meant to know? Some researchers claim that the files locked away in high-clearance archives reveal first contact, not in the future, but in the past, that our history has been rewritten to maintain a version of reality we are comfortable with. What if the truth is so vast, so paradigm-shifting, that to reveal it all at once would send the world into chaos? As more files continue to be leaked, the patterns grow harder to ignore. The government wants you to look, but not too closely. They want you to ask questions, but never find answers. It's a careful balance, one that allows conspiracy theories to flourish while ensuring that the real truth remains just out of reach. And that is the most terrifying possibility of all, that the greatest cover-up in history is not what they are hiding, but how perfectly they have designed the illusion. So the question remains, what do the files really hide? And more importantly, why? Are they so afraid of us finding out? The deception runs deeper than we thought. If the files hidden within CIA and FBI vaults truly contain the most classified secrets about Area 51, then we must ask ourselves, who or what decides what remains in the dark? It's easy to assume the government holds absolute power over this information, but intelligence leaks suggest otherwise. There are whispers of the Keepers, an elite, unknown faction operating above government oversight. Some theorists believe these individuals exist outside the chain of command, influencing intelligence agencies like puppeteers behind the curtain. But if these so-called keepers are real, then the logical question follows. What are they protecting? And who gave them the authority to keep the truth from the world? Declassified documents often reveal fragments of shocking events, but never the full picture. We see glimpses, memos referencing unidentified biological entities, reports detailing unexplained aircraft crashes, satellite images showing structures that shouldn't exist. Yet the key details are always missing, redacted, erased. But sometimes patterns emerge from the chaos. In 1989, a now infamous whistleblower, Robert Lazar, claimed he worked on reverse engineering non-human technology at a facility near Area 51. He spoke of Element 115, a material capable of manipulating gravity itself. For years, the scientific community dismissed his claims, until decades later, when evidence suggested that Element 115 is real. Was Lazar telling the truth all along? And if so, what else was buried under layers of deception? Many believe the FBI and CIA aren't simply hiding technology, but actively shaping the narrative of extraterrestrial encounters. Could it be that pop culture's depiction of UFOs, aliens, and government cover-ups isn't just entertainment, but carefully crafted misinformation? By making the idea of non-human intelligence seem absurd or fictional, they ensure that when someone stumbles too close to the truth, the world is conditioned to laugh it off. Even when pilots, military officers, and intelligence insiders come forward with shocking testimonies, they are met with skepticism, their credibility systematically dismantled. What if this isn't by accident, but by design? Then there's the time factor, the idea that secrecy isn't just about the present, but about controlling the past and future. Some researchers claim that classified documents reference events that haven't happened yet, as if those in power already know the trajectory of history. Theories emerge. What if Area 51 isn't just about extraterrestrial technology, but something far bigger? Some suggest it holds the remnants of a civilization lost to time, an advanced society that once thrived on Earth, but vanished under circumstances too dangerous to reveal. Others speculate that the base isn't just hiding visitors from the stars, but travelers from the future locked behind layers of security, not to protect us from them, but to protect them from us. The deeper one digs, the stranger the anomalies become. Take the mystery of restricted airspace surrounding Area 51. The no-fly zone above the base is so aggressively enforced that pilots risk immediate military interception if they enter by accident. But why? Military bases exist all over the world. Yet, if you operate with such extreme levels of airspace lockdown, what are they so afraid of the world seeing? Satellite images have captured glimpses, odd geometric patterns appearing overnight, strange heat signatures detected at depths far below the surface. Could it be that Area 51 extends underground, far beyond what the public understands? Former. Workers have spoken in hushed tones of massive subterranean tunnels, high-speed transit systems linking secret sites, and underground chambers containing technology that doesn't belong to this era. But these accounts are always dismissed as fiction, the individuals ridiculed, their careers destroyed. The playbook is always the same. Those who speak out mysteriously disappear, discrediting themselves before they can even be silenced. But what if these stories aren't the ramblings of conspiracy theorists, but warnings? What if, beneath the deserts of Nevada, a truth more terrifying than we can comprehend is waiting to be uncovered? The scariest question of all isn't what's inside Area 51. It's what happens if the truth ever gets out. Would the world collapse under the weight of undeniable proof that we are not alone? That governments have lied for decades, orchestrating history itself? Or is the truth something even more dangerous, something so profound, so paradigm-shifting, that revealing it would destroy our very perception of reality? If the world knew what really happened in those secured hangars, those underground labs, and those off-limits chambers, would we even be able to process it? Or would we lose our grip on reality altogether? Perhaps that is the real secret. Not aliens, not advanced technology, not time travelers, but a truth too big for the human mind to handle. A revelation that, once known, could unravel the fragile balance of civilization itself. Maybe the reason the CIA and FBI keep these files locked away isn't because they fear an uprising, but because they fear something much worse, that once the truth is known, there will be no turning back, and so the files remain hidden. The denials continue. The questions grow, but one fact remains: secrets don't stay buried forever. The more we dig, the closer we come. And when the day comes that the world finally sees what lies beyond the veil, will we be ready? Or will it be too late? The final layer. What happens when the truth emerges? For decades, secrecy has been the government's most powerful weapon. Area 51, the CIA and the FBI have built an impenetrable wall of classified documents, misinformation, and strategic denials, ensuring that the deeper we dig, the harder it becomes to separate fact from fiction. But here's the chilling reality. Truth has a way of surfacing no matter how well it's buried, and in recent years, cracks have begun to form in the foundation of their deception. More leaks, more testimonies, more anomalies. Pieces of a puzzle so vast, so intricate, that the mere act of assembling it could change everything we thought we knew about our existence. The question is no longer if something is being hidden, but why they are so desperate to keep it from us. One of the most unsettling patterns in these disclosures is how information always appears incomplete, as if being released in controlled fragments. Some believe this is intentional, a slow, deliberate acclimation process. The logic is simple: a sudden, undeniable revelation could send the world into chaos. But if the truth is fed in small doses, the public becomes desensitized, allowing the secret keepers to maintain control. Consider how UFOs have transitioned from pure science fiction to a topic openly discussed in Congress. It wasn't long ago that any mention of non-human intelligence was met with ridicule. Now, government officials are admitting that something is out there, but conveniently, they still claim to have no answers. Is this truly ignorance, or is it a carefully crafted narrative designed to keep the real truth just out of reach? What if the final layer of secrecy isn't about technology or extraterrestrial life, but something far more disturbing? Some whistleblowers suggest that the most highly classified files don't just detail what has been found, but what has been known for centuries. If humanity has been visited before, if civilizations long before us had contact with something beyond this world, then history itself has been rewritten. The most radical theories suggest that modern governments aren't hiding their discoveries. They're hiding the fact that they were never the first to make them. What if ancient texts, lost civilizations, and forbidden knowledge all point to an ongoing cycle of disclosure and suppression that has repeated itself across human history? There are accounts, buried deep in intelligence reports, of off-world materials retrieved long before the famous Roswell crash of 1947. Some documents refer to operations in the early 1900s, detailing the recovery of artifacts not made by human hands. Others suggest that certain religious and mythological texts contain veiled references to past encounters, carefully concealed beneath metaphor and symbolism. If this is true, it means the truth has always been in front of us, hidden in plain sight. But for what purpose? Are we being protected from knowledge too vast for our comprehension? Or are we being deliberately kept in the dark to maintain control? Some believe the ultimate secret involves not just extraterrestrial life, but the nature of our own reality. There have been whispers among physicists and intelligence insiders that the universe may not be what we think it is, that our perception of time, space, and existence itself is incomplete, or worse, an illusion. Documents referencing the grid have surfaced in classified leaks, hinting at a structure beneath reality itself, a fundamental design that only a few understand. What if our world operates within a controlled system, a construct with rules that can be bent or broken? Could Area 51 house not just alien technology, but proof that our entire reality has been manipulated from the very beginning? The idea of parallel programs, classified operations running side by side with our known history, has long been dismissed as conspiracy. But what if some groups have access to knowledge centuries ahead of us? Some theories claim that a breakaway civilization exists, an elite group that has mastered technology so advanced it appears supernatural to us. This would explain the secrecy, the cover-ups, the relentless suppression of those who come too close. If a faction of humanity has already unlocked interstellar travel, anti-gravity propulsion, or even control over space-time itself, then the world we live in is nothing more than a carefully maintained illusion. A system designed not for discovery, but for containment. But containment can only last so long. The sheer volume of leaks, sightings, and testimonies is reaching a critical mass. The government's grip on secrecy is slipping. Former intelligence officers, retired military personnel, and even ex-CIA operatives have begun speaking out, some cryptically, others outright stating that the truth is bigger than we can imagine. Some claim that classified documents hold answers that would change everything, while others insist that what's coming can no longer be stopped. There's a growing belief that a moment of undeniable disclosure is approaching, one that even the most powerful forces in the world cannot prevent. And that leads us to the final, most terrifying possibility. What if the secret keepers aren't just hiding the truth? What if they're preparing for something? What if all of this secrecy, all of these decades of disinformation have been leading to a single event? Could it be that they aren't trying to keep the past hidden, but rather they're bracing for the future? Some theories suggest that classified files don't just contain what has been found, but what is expected to happen next. A return, a revelation, a confrontation. Perhaps the real question isn't, what do the files hide, but what are they waiting for? Because if the greatest cover-up in history is finally unraveling, then one thing is certain. Whatever they've been keeping from us is about to be revealed. The only question that remains is, when it happens, will we be ready?